Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Never7, the End of Infinity. And, last time we got off to a start. A start, I should say. We met, Yuka. I forgot. Met Yuka. We met the girl who, doesn't like to talk. And we met, I don't think he said his name. It was like, seriously, 5 minutes ago in real time that I played this. I don't think the guy mentioned his name. He's a dirtbag, scumbag. I got called a scumbag one time. Pretty cool. Never had been called that before. It was one of my bosses too. That's not a point. That's not anything to be point. Not one of my current bosses. Actually, when I left. So, yeah. But anyway, not important to the Let's Play. Let's get back into this and find out what's going to go down. Well, this is what you call a master. This guy is the only one whose name I had heard before coming here. Okuhiko Iida. Oh, good grief. This guy's such a dirtbag. He makes me confused on what his name and how his name is pronounced. Did I say it right? Iida? You can tell me and I might remember. No guarantees though. If you were a student at my college, you would have heard his name at least once. I bet that even if you asked somebody off campus, they'd probably have heard of him. The son of the Iida financial group. In any case, the upper class Iida family life lives... What? The upper class Iida family live lives. A verb and a noun, okay. In any case, the upper class Iida family live lives that us working class people can only dream about. As Okuhiko is the family there, it has been arranged for him to become the head of it someday. In school, you couldn't go a day without hearing gossip about him. He always keeps millions of yen in the trunk of his beloved Ferraro, or... Ferraro? I heard that he conducted his business with a celebrity and then... Most of the stories are basically 2 years ago that happened to him. But when he gave that and did that, vague outlandish stuff like that. Last night, I first met the infamous Okuhiko in person. So, perhaps we ought to recall last night's events, because it sounds like, you know, as the guy's a jerk. That's just to recall our previous thing rather than deal with them again, which would equal 2 encounters with them. So, what happened? Sunday, March 31st. When I arrived here, it was a little past 10 at night. The exterior of the lodge was illuminated by moonlight. My imagination ran wild as I was awed by its beauty and how much bigger it was than what I thought it would be. When I heard of a college-run lodge, I just assumed to be painfully cramped and extremely dirty, like a really cheap, run-down motel. Clearly, I was wrong. There's no way the college would own such luxurious property for just its camp. Maybe it's a vacation spot for college's staff. That's what I was thinking as I opened the front door. The room was filled with a mysterious atmosphere that seemed uncharacteristic. A lone girl was sitting on the floor, clutching her knees. Saw another sitting at the dining table, spacing out while resting her chin in her hands. A man was reclining on the sofa, swirling a wine glass in his hand. No one spoke to each other. I didn't even think there was any conversation to begin with. Sounds like a very tense situation he's walking into. It was completely silent. I could occasionally hear the faint sound of the man gulping down his wine, but that was it. Before long, the girl from the round table noticed me.
Ah, お疲れ様.
Is what she said. From the way she said that, it seemed like she was much more tired than me.
体 確か石原誠くんだったよね。
Yeah.
どうも、はじめまして。私は優香、川島優香。なぜだか知らないけど、気がついたら班長とかいう厄介な役職に任命されてた。別に成績優秀でもなければそこがいいわけでもないのにね。きっとくじ引きかなんかでいい加減に決めちゃったんだと思うけど。
Yeah, normally breaking into other people's rooms unannounced is not the best behavior.
まあ、とにかくよろしくね。
Yeah, same here. She said this and glanced at the other two in the room. The girl, clutching her knees, stared at the floor without even moving. She looked as if she were a piece of art made of plaster that had been previously placed in here. The man casually held his wine glass up towards the lamp light to check out the wine's color. As he was doing this, he began to speak.
飯田奥彦って聞いたことないかい？
Huh? Can't be. The heir of the Ida Financial Group?
そういう言い方はあまり好きじゃないんだけどね。
What type of tone was I supposed to take? Oh, the heir of the Ida Financial Group? Actually, that sounds a lot more hostile.
まあいいさ。
Actually, it started off like,
そう
ooh, awesome, and then it
僕
got,
がその
it got
飯田
angry
奥
at the
彦だ。
end.
よろしくな。
Nice to meet you too, dude. I was so startled that I messed up my greeting. Couldn't help it though. Okuhiko Aida. Couldn't believe this infamous Okuhiko was in the same group as me. Suddenly began to contemplate whether or not to fake an illness so I could go home. I was beginning to feel depressed. After that, we barely exchanged a single word and went to our beds. In the end, the girl, clutching her knees, never said a single word. I'm glad he's not too concerned about that, because the girl just clutching her knees, sitting on the floor. I mean, I guess it could be normal, sort of, but not really. I would think I would be like, "You okay? You okay down there? There's furniture, you're sick, there's beds, there's food, what's wrong with you? I don't know. Hey, Okuhiko, address him again. I'm bored, I might as well attempt to strike a conversation. He seems interested enough. It's just, what exactly are we trying to achieve at this so-called seminar camp here?
石原、掲示板見なかったのかい？各班員の親睦会を兼ねたってそう書かれてたじゃないか。つまりこれといった目的なんかないってことだよ。みんなが親しく仲睦まじくやってればそれで万事 OK なのさ。
That's it? That's the case, then don't you think that a week is too long for that?
まあいちいち細かいことは気にするなって。僕は悪くないと思うよ。こう
Just to emphasize his point, Okuhiko continues with this.
ねえ、はるかちゃんだってそう思うだろ？
Haruka. I see, so Haruka is that girl's name.
そう思うだろ？
Okuhiko gives Haruka an attempt of a smile that's refined yet half-hearted. Just then,
この匂い好きじゃない。
she suddenly speaks. His jaw drops. I don't think he's used to being so utterly ignored. And it looks like he just farted, so maybe that's what she's talking about with that little... There's people in the room and one would just let one slip. That's always kind of an awkward situation. I've had that happen. It's awkward.
この匂い
Probably had the same face. Haruka glares at the aluminum ashtray that I placed on top of the round table earlier.
タバコか。そっか。はるかちゃんはタバコの匂いが嫌いなんだね。
Haruka gives a slight nod. Now that you mention it, shouldn't the flames have already gone out a long time ago?
石原、タバコの匂いっていうのはそう簡単にはなくならないものなんだよ。しょっちゅう吸ってるやつにはわからないかもしれないが、吸わない人ならすぐに気づく。 もう少し気を使ってもらわなくちゃ困るな。
Hey, hold on, I don't smoke.
まったくデリカシーのかけらもないんだな君は。
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
しらばっくれても無駄だよ。
You who smelt it dealt it. That's what I'm saying.
じゃあ聞くけれど、
Oh, then that would be her.
今朝この部屋に一番最初にやってきたのは誰なんだい？
I was, but when I came in, the ashtray was already there on top of the sofa.
ほほん、そうですか。ま、信じてあげてもいいけれど、その代わり今日からこのロッジ内は禁煙ってことにするから、それだけは守ってくれよな。
Gee, while I definitely agree with that statement, you know, I don't disagree with the statement. Why is this guy suddenly like, I'm the boss. I make the rules. Damn it, you don't believe me at all. Just as I'm about to retort, Ruka quietly stands up. We watch in silent anticipation as she slowly takes the aluminum ashtray and walks towards the kitchen just like that. Though I can only see her face in profile, I can clearly tell that she's angry. There's a cold, harsh glint in her eyes.
おはよ
The Yuka, who enters the living room, looks like a completely different person than from before. Her fix-up hair is lightly bouncing, and she has changed out of her clothes into a neat pink dress. But the biggest change is her face. She looks like an excited kid about to leave for a field trip. For a second, our eyes meet. Remembering what happened this morning, I spontaneously break out into a smile. Still feeling a little embarrassed, Yuka breaks eye contact while playing with her hair. Good morning!
いや、
Okuhiko returns to greeting as well. Haruka, needless to say, doesn't reply at all. Instead, she is now sitting quietly in a dining chair in front of the kitchen after having cleaned up the ashtray.
う。みんな朝ごはんは？
Yuka says this while turning her head to survey the three of us. No, not yet.
そう。じゃあ、私の腕によりをかけて作ってあげちゃおっかな。
What?
何かご不満でも？
I have the feeling that both questions is pretty stupid. They're not really them. But I do like, that's not it. Do we have ingredients? Like that's the first phrase that would pop out of your mouth, you know. Oh my gosh, look at the kitchen, there's no ingredients. There's no cans, you know, where you just like take a can, open the can, plop it in there and eat it. I mean, well, she did say cook, so but I guess I'll go with the stupider of the two and say the ingredients. We have them? That's not it. Do we have ingredients?
ああ、それなら問題なし。前の班の買い置きしてた分が残ってるから。多分15分ぐらいでできると思う。パンで大丈夫だよね。
Okuhiko gives her a quick nod as if to say, I'll leave it to you. I follow suit.
はるかは？はるかもパンでいい？
Haruka gives her a slight nod, not taking her gaze off of the table surface. So, is she making the toast that I would make, or is she making toast that might be a little bit better? Because, you know, I like how she's saying, oh no, toast. I mean, oh no, are there ingredients? She says, yes, there are, you know. And all I would do is put it on like a pan and put it in the oven for a little bit and take it out and eat it. You know, there'd be absolutely no cooking except the warming up the bread quickly.
じゃ、すぐ作るからちょっと待っててね。
Anything you can slap on a pan, put it in the oven, and take out, I can cook. Beyond that, I can cook. And there's a percentage I will eat it because it doesn't taste like crap. Yuka begins to go into the kitchen. At that moment, oh, that's right. Remember something and instantly trying to draw Yuka's attention.
何？
There's something I'd like to ask you. Do you smoke?
吸うわけないでしょ、そんなもの。この初々しい肌を見れば一目瞭然じゃない。
Yuka comically places her hands to her cheeks, muttering to herself in agreement as she enters the kitchen. If she didn't do it, then just who was it that smoked? Yuka, Haruka, Okuhiko? Which one of these three are lying? There's more than just those three, right? I'm on in frustration. I just say it's that guy. He's trying to put it off on somebody else. Even though you guys said it would only take her about 15 minutes, it's been almost an hour. What the hell is Yuka cooking in there anyway? It's now almost 11, so it's too late to even call it brunch. While waiting, the three of us decided to wash our faces and change our clothes. Currently, we're watching the TV that's sitting in the corner of the room. Actually, the title of this show is actually funny too. But, oh man, I'm just thinking, 2019, and there are rabbit ears on TV. I don't know why that amuses me. Oh man. They haven't, in this world, they didn't expect, like, not to have rabbit ears, and by 2019, when was this game done? Like 2002, 2001, somewhere around there? I mean, I know about rabbit ears. I had to use rabbit ears for quite a while, you know. Channel 9, Channel 4, Channel 12. I've slapped a bunch of aluminum foil on there. I get Channel 27. When did they make it to where rabbit ears don't work? 5, 6, no, it was before. Like 7 or 8 years ago, wasn't it? I can't remember. I mean, we've had cable pretty steady for the last 8, 10 years, something like that. But before I started working, yeah, that was quite an expense not for us. So it just amuses me though. Rabbit ears, 2019. There's a health show called A Healthy Utopia. Utopia, that's fascinating. Judging from the subtitle, cool green vegetables to eat, it's basically a cooking show. Of course, none of us want to watch this. Maybe that's what Yuka's doing. Maybe she's and they're watching this show trying to fix the food. Unfortunately, this island only has 2 channels, both of which are local broadcasts. As I've said, I've been there, done that. The other channel happens to be featuring a short documentary on natural streams all over the country. Though both of the shows are boring, I think the one about streams might have been a better candidate for distracting us from our hunger. My stomach is rumbling. I don't think I can last much longer.
お待たせしました。
Finally, Yuka peeks her head out from the kitchen.
食事はもうテーブルの方に運んじゃってあるから、皆さんそっちに移動してください。
With these words, Haruka immediately stands up. Kind of surprised. Isn't it odd that the usually indifferent Haruka is this determined about eating breakfast? Guess she must be practically starving. Upon arriving at the table, our eyes widen. Our wondrous vision of food rivaling a 4-star restaurant in southern France. I know it's just the background, but it looks like it's completely empty. It's gloriously shattered. Oh, ha, 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 into pieces. Ha, I see what you did there, game. See what you did there. There's a mysterious object that I've never seen before in my life, heaped up into a pile at the center of the table. Next to that are 4 plates for toast. That thing is toast, right? Place on them As if it had come from outer space, this mystery object has a complicated and mysterious pattern of spots, and is shaped like some sort of viscous jelly mold. As far as Yuka's toast, it's a solid black mass, as will be called a charcoal.
どうぞ召し上がれ。
Yuka urges us on with a large, proud smile. At the same time, she takes the mysterious object, places it on the charcoal, and smacks her lips. We watch her dumbstruck. For
あ
long,
れみんなどうしたの？
Yuka tilts her head.
ごめんよ。僕、ちょっと胃の調子が悪くて。
Wow, that's cheap, Okuhiko.
私、お腹空いてない。
Haruka got you too.
へえ、せっかく作ったのに。
Just me, right? Crap.
これでも何度も何度も作り直したんだからね。
I don't think the quality of food has anything to do with how many times you remake it. Furthermore, if it's true that this is the result of all my time and effort for the last hour, including the countless times I remade it, I just can't understand. If that's the case, then what kind of thing was her initial result? Just trying to imagine it makes my hair stand on end. Suddenly, as if she's reading my mind, Yuka says this.
誠はお腹空いているよね。
She makes it sound as if I'm completely obliged to eat this. Yeah, why not? I can probably fake it by going like... Oh wait, wrong way. Something like that. I'm gonna food. Yeah, this is yes, this side is obviously a not a good side to try that on. But you know what? But you have to like aim it. Maybe more, but yeah, maybe something like that. You don't want to go like to profile because that, yeah, that wouldn't make sense. Maybe like, yeah, I guess that would be how you'd have to fake the eating. Or you could just get a dog. Yeah, I'm gonna see how this scene goes. I hopelessly nod. In the end, let's just say that Yuka's food drove me to hell and back. In snow skis, I guess, right? I don't know what that's saying even. I never did figure out what the recipe of the mysterious object was. You know, honestly, I'm too terrified to ask. You're gonna eat all of this mysterious object along with 2 pieces of each of the charcoal, including Haruka and Okuhiko's chair. Right now, Yuka is happily humming while washing the dishes. Makes more of the fact that she can now say that someone actually ate her pudding, rather than being full. That's the cause of her happiness. In short, I became the sole sacrifice for that purpose. Ugh. I feel sick. I can feel my chest and throat filling up with nausea. I would rush to the bathroom as fast as I could, but if I threw up, I'd have to look at the monstrosity that nobody should ever have to suffer through seeing twice. This guy's got jokes. I like this Makoto guy. He's got jokes. I can endure it. I have to endure it. I have to wait until my stomach calms down. I swear that I'll never let Yuka cook ever again. I repeat this vow to myself 21 times. Number divided by 7, fascinatingly enough. Just then the doorbell rings from the front door. Huh? Our group has 4 members. Nobody else is scheduled to come here except for us, right? As I squat down on the floor, I survey the surrounding area restlessly. Haruka is brushing her teeth in front of the sink. There's Okuhiko.
おい、石原！君が出てくれよ！僕ら今手が離せないんだ！
I hear his voice coming from the kitchen. Seems that Okuhiko is helping Yuka with the cleanup.
ちょっと誠、早く出てよ。
Seriously, Why do I have to get it? It's like, it's going to be a character that's introduced, and I have to be the person who greeted for this character to be in the story now and known. Man, I don't want to cover the floor and vomit. Like an old man, I slowly wobble to my feet and stand up. I take little steps to the front door while hunching over just like one too. Okay, I am on it. Massage my stomach with my left hand while opening the door with my right.
毎度ありがとうございます。
Is that a pizza? Sitting in the doorway is an innocent-looking girl. Judging from her appearance, I say she's probably a middle school student. Riding on top of her palm is a square silver-colored bag.
ご注文のシーフードピザお届けに参りました。
And he vomits right over, all over her, which is a very smooth move, I'm sure. You know, seafood pizza, I never order anything like that. A disturbed expression clouds her face as she searches through her pocket with her free hand until she pulls out a scrap of paper.
でも伝票には確かにシーフードピザって書いてあるよ。
Suddenly, she stops speaking formally, making her feel like a little kid on an errand. Well, that's not what I mean. See, I didn't order anything.
だけど
She checks the receipt twice. Again.
住所は確かにここなんだもん。
As she says this, she shows me the receipt. However, there's no way I would have memorized the lodge's address. Hey, wait a second. After telling her this, I turn towards the kitchen. Hey, Yuka, did you order a pizza?
私が頼むわけないでしょ。
What about you, Okuhiko? With his back turned to me, Okuhiko lightly waves his palm, indicating a no. All that's left is Haruka. Hey, Haruka! I shout inside towards the kitchen, towards the sink. Haruka, who is still brushing her teeth, shakes her head. Didn't think so. Well then, do any of you know this address?
表札に書いてあるんじゃないの？
Nameplate?
うん、玄関の脇にかかってる。
I see the nameplate, huh? I'm under this and turn around again. I stick my head out of the door and check beside it. She was right, there was a wooden nameplate there. Could you show me that receipt again?
ピザ冷めちゃうよ。
As she says this, she hands over the receipt. Take it from her and compare it to the nameplate. The nameplate says District 3, House 8, Number 1. And written on the receipt is 381. Huh? Take a closer look at them. District 3, House 8, Number 1. 381. What's this? I don't think this is a 1 to a 7, right? She immediately snatches the receipt from my hand.
3の8の7？ じゃあここって朝倉さんのお宅じ
ゃ。Oh man, she got the wrong apartment, wrong house. She might get fired. Let's laugh. I unintentionally laughed. Of course, why didn't I just check that first? Had I just asked for the receiver's name, I could have cleared up this misunderstanding immediately. Jeez, I'm such a blockhead. Sorry, there isn't anyone here named Asaku.
ちょっと待った！
That abrupt shout surprises the girl. What is it, Okuhiko? Okuhiko had walked over without me noticing it and is currently standing next to me.
あ、どうもご苦労様。
What? I have the feeling he did order the pizza after he couldn't get the food. After he couldn't eat the food from Yuka. So that must be it. Obviously, this girl is gonna be a main character. Somehow. I don't know how. She's in the intro credits, so I'm assuming so. So, How's all this going to keep panning out? I'm guessing there's going to be drama, something happening. I mean, if it's just a game where there's 5 people who stay in a house. But I'm guessing something will happen. Very curious about what. So, we'll find out. We're going to find out what his whole deal is next time too. So, I do hope you folks enjoyed. I shall see you in the next one, where we find out more stuff and the story gets rolling, probably. More characters will be introduced, or another character will be introduced. I think there's like 5. Sounds about right. But, yeah. If you folks enjoyed, I shall see you in the next one there. Very well there.